What's going on, guys? Phil Cape here, back with another Chicago Bears free agency outlook video. In today's video, I want to go over who are the projected top 10 free agent wide receivers that the Chicago Bears could possibly pick up and add to the squad. And I tell you, they're not very exciting. Spoiler alert, they're not very exciting. So I think this is a main reason why we went out and traded for a guy like Chase Claypool, because if you stack him up against these guys, you could argue he would be a better addition than any one of these guys. So let's go ahead and break down each of these guys and see how realistic they are for the Chicago Bears. If you guys do enjoy this content, make sure to hit the like button on the video and sub to the channel. Check out the playlist for other Chicago Bears videos as well. We have some mock drafts that we have done. And yeah, let's break it down. And the number 10 guy here on the list is Nicole Hardman. And he's been a pass catcher for the Chiefs in their high octane offense with Patrick Mahomes. And he's been up and down through his career. He is super fast, but he's been a little inconsistent. So I think he'll kind of leave. I don't really think he's going to be an upgrade over Mooney, over Chase Claypool. So I don't think he would be a very good addition, but maybe for the right cost, maybe you can bring him in. The number 9 guy to look at here is Marvin Jones, and he'll be 33 years old, so he could be a veteran option. Maybe bring him in to, be that veteran presence. Maybe, hopefully he can teach up some of the younger players. But yeah, I don't know about bringing him in. I don't think he'd be anything more than wide receiver 3. I don't really know why you'd pretty much bring him in at that point. Kind of same here for DJ Chark. He signed a 1-year, $10 million prove-it deal last year with Detroit, and he's been kind of injury prone a little bit, so hasn't really been the greatest play there, and I don't think we'd really look at him very much. Same as Darius Slayton. He hasn't played a whole lot through his career. He almost got cut here by the Giants. And he took a pay cut even to stay around. So I wouldn't really want to bet on somebody like that, even though he had a okay season, because they didn't have anybody else. But I'd rather look elsewhere. Jarvis Landry, the number 6 guy here, played for the Saints, and kind of know how their passing attack was. Not the greatest, but I mean, you can say that about ours as well. But yeah, I don't think he's a guy I would really want to get either. Looks capable going off every now and then, but really his best days are pretty much behind him. Allen Lazard from the Packers. We could maybe get another guy from the Packers, but if he was so good, why are the Packers letting him go? And they may not. He could come back to the Packers very well. He may not even be an option. But I don't think he would be anything more than a 3rd, 4th receiver for us, kind of like he would be for them probably next year. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's actually probably the most realistic option possibly. He went to KC last year on a 1-year deal, and he kind of had a solid year. I think it's the 2nd best year of his career. So kind of had a resurgence. I think he's very capable of being a number 2 receiver. I don't think he's good enough to be a number 1. So maybe with Mooney, Claypool, and him, maybe that's a good three-person attack there. With Cole Kmet, that could be an option. I think Juju Smith-Schuster could be somebody we look at if the price is right. Number 3, number 2, they got him put here together, Julio Jones and AJ Green. And they're both veteran receivers. I'd probably go for Julio. I think he's got a little bit more in the tank left in him, but pretty much you're bringing him in to be that veteran presence, and they're teaching up the young guys as well. I think Julio could make some sense as well. Maybe if we whiff on some of the guys, maybe we sign him to a 1-year deal, just to bring in a veteran presence and hopefully, obviously help the offense out as well. Could be a play there. I think somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster is probably a little bit more likely. And then they got Odell Beckham, who I don't think is realistic for Chicago at all. Just to be honest, I think he'll go to a more contending team. And to be honest, we're not going to be contending in most people's eyes, at least. Maybe we put together the perfect offseason and, just knock it out of the ballpark. But I don't really see that necessarily happening. But we'll see. We'll give Ryan Poles the benefit of the doubt. But I don't really think he's the most realistic for us either. So I think the best options are Juju Smith-Schuster or maybe Julio Jones. And then after that, like I said, I think Lazard could very well go back to the Packers. Some of these other options just are not very exciting. That's why I think the Bears went out and traded for a guy like Chase Claypool. Like I said, you could make the case if Claypool was out here, he would be the number one guy. You could definitely make that case. Let me know what you guys think about that trade as well, now that you kind of see who's out here for the free agent class. And we'll do one on the draft class as well, because they're saying it's a bit weaker than it has been in previous drafts. With some of the previous drafts have been some very good drafts for receivers. So we'll take a deeper dive into that as well. Make sure you guys do hit the like button on the video if you guys enjoyed this content. Breakdown of the wide receiver class. Sub to the channel as well. Check out the Chicago Bears playlist as well. Like I said, right here, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.